Submit your name's address to police, IGP tell protest organizers. Ahead of the nationwide protest against economic hardship in the country, the Nigerian Police High Command has urged citizens willing to stage any form of protest to immediately seek for permits from the force and submit the necessary details, including their names, address of organizers for adequate protection. Welcome back to our channel. This channel keeps you updated in everything going on in your country, Nigeria. Do well to like and subscribe to our channel. Please listen to the news in full. Addressing newsmen in Abuja on Friday, the Inspector General of Police (IGP) Dr. Olukayode Adeolu said that this adequate security protection for such person, the IGP, such requests should be made through Commissioner of Police in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. He, however, appealed to citizens to shun the upcoming nationwide process in the national interest, since all the level of governments were already addressing the issue in contention. According to him, the construction allows for peaceful protest, and it is our duty to provide adequate security and citizens embarking on peaceful protest and non-violent protest. We should not destroy our case responsible citizen. He also said, as a responsible organization, we are ready to provide adequate security for citizens going for peaceful protest and not a violent one, and we will do this through requests from the citizen through the State Commissioner of Police in the state's command. We already have insecurity in the country, and we do not want the situation to be escalated. The wounds of the past violent protests are still fresh, and we should not allow the same thing to repeat again. He stated that intelligence reports indicated the involvement of foreign mercenaries in the proposed nationwide protest. According to him, we have been monitoring developments surrounding protest threats. While some groups call for violent protests emanating Kenya's recent events, others advocate for peaceful demonstration. However, some individuals promote peaceful protests with violent undertones, are raising concern about their sincerity. We have our history of violent protests in Nigeria, and I just believe we have to look to other countries to note the danger of unchecked demonstration. We commend pirates and have drawn from the protest due to the advocating for peaceful demonstration. However, some individuals promote peaceful protests with violent undertone, raising concern about their sincerity. We have our history of violent protests in Nigeria, and I don't believe we have to look to other countries to note the danger of unchecked demonstration. We commend pirates who apparent sinister motive and ignorance of those calling for violence. We note those who have spoken out against any form of protest at this critical juncture, fearing enemies of our country may be manipulating the process. We confirm their fears are genuine, as we have credible intelligence on foreign mercenaries' involvement in this planned process. The Nigerian urge all Nigerians to exercise caution and think twice before joining any protest. We acknowledge the constitutional right of Nigerian citizens to peaceful assembly and protest. However, in the interest of public safety and order, we urge all groups planning to protest to provide the necessary details to the Commissioner of Police in the state where the protest is intended to take place to facilitate a successful and incident-free protest. They should please provide the following information. The proposed protest routes are assembly points. 2. Expected duration of the protest. 3. The name and contact details of protest leaders and organizers. 4. Measures to prevent hijacking by criminal elements, including key identifier for possible isolation of potential troublemaker. By providing this information, the police is intended to the police will enable to deploy adequate personnel and resources to ensure public safety. 5. Designate specific routes and areas for the protest to avoid conflicts with other events or activities. 6. Establish clear communication channel with protest leader to address any concern or issue that may rise. 7. Minimize the risk to violence, property damage, or other criminal activity. We encourage all protesters to cooperate with the police, obey the law, and adhere to global best practice for peaceful assembly to guarantee a safe and successful exercise of their rights. He urged the protesters to cooperate with policemen, adding that the police would be available to protect them. According to him, he said, "We have done everything in our power we need to do. We have put measures in place to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order in case there is going to be any form of protest, and I just gave the guidelines that protest groups who intend to protest. There are guidelines for them to follow. Once they follow these guidelines, we are going to have it peaceful. So my appeal to Nigerians is to remain law abiding. Those who insist that they must come out to protest, please cooperate with the police. The police will be there with you to protect you." This came just as the Third Republic House of Representatives from called on those planning to take to the streets in protest against hardship to exercise restraint and be patient with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration. This came just as a third House of Representatives. The forum, led by Honorable Basil Okafor at a press conference held at the National Assembly complex in Abuja, insisted that the President Tinubu-led administration has put in place measures to address the multifaceted challenges besetting the country. Remarked that protests remain in ill wind and blow nobody any good, calling on those planning the nationwide protest to retract their step. The forum called on stakeholder need to engage in open, constructive dialogue, fostering understanding and empathy, even when faced with opposing viewpoints. The forum noted, firstly, it is important to recognize that a tense society is often characterized by polarized opinions, conflicting ideologies, and deep-seated emotion. In such an environment, protests can easily become breeding. Secondly, the ill of the protest will be the ill of the protest, calling on those planning on the nationwide protest to trace their self. The ill of the protest in a tense society, ill in the potential for manipulation and exploitation by various stakeholders in times of tension and strife. Extreme group of political faction may exploit protests to further their own agenda. They may inflate peaceful demonstration, insist violence, and spread misinformation, leading to the distortion of the original purpose of the protest. Furthermore, protests conducted in a tense society may also result in a breakdown of the communication and dialogue instead of fostering understanding and empathy of it. Now, my country people, now don't hear wetin IGP talk. Say, we can submit name for to our state police station wey dey close by to us, wey people wey wan do the protest.